All right, and we're back with episode 86 of the Scotty Knows Show. Ian is back this week. Ian, how are you doing?
Doing great, man. I did something I've never really done before in the last couple days.
Okay.
And that is I went on a family vacation.
Oh, where did you go?
Uh if I say the land of Scott, what would you think it is?
I'm guessing Scotland.
Right, but not that one. So where did you go to school besides
Oh,
Lyman?
Hill City.
That's where we went.
Oh, oh, when you said land of Scott, I thought you meant like you went to Fort Pierre with your dad.
Oh no. We went to Hill City. I went
Um,
to Fort Pierre with my dad. My dad? My dad! Would you be my friend if I talk like this?
oh my God, stop.
Um,
Um,
we went on a real vacation. There was no wrestling, there was no extracurricular activities in the background, just hang out at the B&B that my mom got that was pretty awesome. And I'm tired.
nice.
Family time is great, but it is a bit exhausting sometimes.
Yes. Yes,
But
very
we
true.
we rode the train, and
Oh.
yeah, one of the elves dumped hot chocolate on my leg and said it was part of the experience. And so if that's the kind of hospitality that Hill City is throwing out at people, then fuck you. But overall, it was pretty good. We went to the minor slash prairie berry combination. We went to Storybook Land and looked at the lights. We played a lot of games, and overall, I feel like it was a pretty okay experience.
All right. All right. I worked on Christmas, so that
Get that
sucked.
double time, baby.
Exactly. But
Nice, dude. Nice.
but yeah, that I hated that. There was far too many people that came into the store around lunchtime, especially. Like, don't you have somebody that's making you food usually?
Were they buying like real food or were they buying candy?
They were buying real food. They were buying like chuck wagon sandwiches and stuff.
So I wonder about that. And like a lot sometimes family is just a lot. And
Hmm.
around the holidays especially so. So I kind of wonder if that's just like, I'm gonna take a 5 for myself. I'm gonna run to anywhere that's open. And if the gas station is the only place, I guess that's where I'm going.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, at least you got to be the face that everybody saw.
Yeah. Um, I guess you're right. Um, so let's get into the show a little bit. Our leading story, I think my playoff Jags prediction might be right.
I don't want to jinx anything, but they're playing pretty hot, and the Titans are playing pretty not. So it would be pretty cool if they snuck in there. I'd love to see them. I bought a Jaguars hat back in, was it 17 when they made the semis
Yes. Or
with
18, I think.
oh, was it 18? Okay,
Yeah.
well, I bought a Jaguars hat. It's the only Jaguars paraphernalia. So that's not the right word. Uh it's
Don't you have
only
a blanket?
Yeah, I do at my house, my mom's house, our parents' house, but
Yeah. Um, so yeah, that's happening. Speaking of teams in your division, the Colts are a dumpster fire.
yep, yep. Which, to be expected. I kind of lost a lot of respect for them after they booed Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
Before that, they Peyton Manning. I was fine with them. I like the Colts even. I love Indianapolis. Um, it is so fun.
Really?
But yeah, surprisingly, right? But
Yeah.
um, yeah, Colts dumpster fire. Houston is hot dog shit.
Yes.
Brandon Cooks has been probably the demise of my fantasy football team this year. What a shithead he is.
um yeah, the Colts, since the last time you and I talked, and I don't know if we talked about it at all last week, but the Colts gave up. They were up 33 nothing and they lost to the Vikings. I think that says more about the Colts than it does the Vikings personally.
I mean, I don't know. I actually watched a little bit of that game, but it's really hard to tell. Um, I'm not a believer in the Vikings. I am kind of a closet fan, but I'm not a believer in them. I'm not a believer in Kirk Cousins.
Nope.
Their defense is atrocious.
Yes, it is.
And it's going to be really hard to play teams like the Cowboys and the Eagles when your defense is giving up that many points.
Yep.
Even if Kirk Cousins plays well and Justin Jefferson has a highlight game, it's going to be tough to come back when the other team scores 30 in the first half.
Yeah. Um So if the Colts end up having to move on from Matt Ryan, which will probably happen, I would guess, they might have to take a look at Derek Carr.
Derek Carr, I read something that he was going to go. I didn't know that was real.
Well, he got benched today by the Raiders. They're giving him some time off for the rest of the season, I think.
Oh, they gave him the whole season off?
Well, there's only 2 games left. They're
Well,
out of the
still,
playoffs.
yeah.
Yeah, no sense in playing him if you're out of the playoffs.
I kind of feel bad for him.
I do too.
He's not a bad quarterback,
No.
but I think the Raiders are also a hot dumpster fire.
Yeah. Um, I mean, you can't. I mean, I know it was Franco Harris night, but you can't do what you did with the amount of talent you have on offense against the Steelers. Only score 10 points.
It's pretty remarkable how underwhelming that offense has been.
Yeah, they have
And
3 bona fide Pro Bowlers, probably 4 actually, if you count Waller.
which I would, he hasn't been healthy, but he is quite, I mean, for tight ends, he's pretty darn good.
Yeah,
I
5
yeah,
if you count Renfro.
sure.
Yeah, but yeah, all in that division, the Broncos finally fired their coach. They fired Nathaniel Hackett
Yeah,
after on
how,
I think it was Christmas Day they lost to the Rams like 52-14.
that's a bad loss. And the Rams are not good. So
No.
I can understand the frustration of firing your head coach on Christmas after that debacle.
Yeah. Yeah. Um so what the crazy thing is Russell Wilson has 12 touchdowns.
He has more bathrooms in his house.
He has the same exact he's tied now with the amount of
Oh,
bathrooms he
good for
has.
him. Good for him.
Yeah, it only took him to was it week 14, week 15?
I think so.
Yeah. Um, yeah, what a disappointment he's been.
I really don't know. I don't have an answer for that. I feel like he's better than that. I never really like I'm not a Russ fan, but I don't think he's that bad. I think something is just not clicking.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think they have a running game. That's a problem.
Latavius Murray is not bad. It's just their line is really, really bad. Their defense is lights out.
Yeah. Well,
What if they score? If they gave up 52 to the Rams, it's like something must have clearly happened. But
yeah. If you think about those Seattle teams, yes, they had the great defense. They had the Legion of Boom, but they had Marshawn Lynch, and
right,
he was probably the best part of that entire offense.
likely, I would say, yeah. Uh, didn't get him the win over the Patriots, but
Yeah, because they refused to run the ball when they should have.
yeah,
Um,
these things happen.
we're gonna delve a little bit into basketball
We're gonna
here.
delve.
Yes, delve a little bit into basketball here.
Oh boy! Before we do that, I have a fun fact for you, Scotty.
Oh, yes.
So we're coming up on a new year, 2023.
Mm-hmm.
2022 has a word that became Oxford's word of the year. Would you care to
Ooh,
guess what it is?
ooh. Is it canceled?
No. Good
Oh,
guess.
okay. What is it?
So it's hyphenated. It is goblin mode.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's I don't know what that's in reference to, but I've heard that one.
Tyler the Creator,
That's it.
Lord of the Rings. Uh I've been referencing goblins for a while. It's like
Yeah.
any I have some friends that anytime that they drink, it just they turn into goblins. But
Gringotts.
Gringotts, yep, the old Perry Hotter has goblins. So there you go. There's a fun fact for you.
But in basketball news, last night the Knicks were up by 9 points with 35 seconds left against the Mavericks, and they fucking lost.
9 points, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Uh, Lu
Are you okay?
Luka Doncic of the Mavericks had 60 points, 21 rebound,
Wow.
21 rebounds and 10 assists.
Dang. Dang. That's
What?
remarkable. That's I don't know shit about basketball, but 60 points. I mean, you got a triple double.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
Good for him.
Probably the MVP.
I don't watch a lot of basketball, but I know who Luke is, and
Mm-hmm.
he's fun to watch.
Oh yeah.
He's like a more charismatic Dirk Nowitzki.
All right. I mean, Dirk's pretty charismatic. Have you seen him singing Faith Hill?
Yeah, I think Luca is a little more likable, maybe.
Ooh, it's the German thing, isn't it?
Could be a hot take. Could be a hot take.
It's the German thing.
I think so. Maybe.
um, so we're gonna delve into a few Scotty Awards now. I've delve must be my word of the day.
That might be your word of the year because you've said that twice now, and I've never heard you say that in your life.
Um, well, for the Scotty Awards, these first few are just awards that I've decided, and then the next few are awards that we will kind of talk about
Are you
amongst
gonna read me?
ourselves.
Okay, so are you gonna read me the uh category
Yes,
first? Okay, cool.
yes. So, high school male athlete of the year. At least for our local area, it's got to be Lincoln Keenholz. He's going to Ohio State for God's sakes.
Yeah, I saw that. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Um, high school female athlete of the year. Um, I couldn't really decide, so I just gave it to the entire Govs girls wrestling team.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
give Matt Thorson or Sam Thorson some love.
Matt.
Matt Thorson some love.
Yeah. High school. I mean, they are also the high school girls team of the year in my opinion. High school boys, it
Okay.
would be, the peer football team. I mean, that's obvious.
Sure.
Um, Newcomer of the year. So this is a athlete that comes into town and kind of changes things up a little bit.
So are you talking new to varsity sports or new to a school
New to a
or
school,
both?
new to a school.
Okay.
Um, and
Noodle of
I
school.
and I have two uh nominees for this.
Okay.
One is Jason Mashayshak, who came to Pierre from Douglas. He's going to Nebraska for football.
Oh, good for him.
Um, and the other is Cooper Long. Shout
Gonna
out
say,
Cooper Long.
gotta give Cooper Long some love.
Yeah. Um, Most improved athlete, I think we can go by the four local schools here. For Pierre, um, I got to shout out my guy Gavin Stotts. He's an all-state linebacker, really, really good.
Okay.
Um, for Stanley County, Chase Hansen.
For most improved.
Yeah. I mean, he was good before, but he like stepped things up this year, winning a state title um for Stanley County for wrestling and being probably the leader for the football team.
Okay.
Um for Lyman, this one's tough because I have two in mind and I want your opinion.
Okay.
Rory and Tance.
Uh, um, I think if you were gonna give a most improved, you, I'd probably give it to Rory. If there was an MVP, I'd probably give it to Tance.
Okay. Okay. What did they do both what did they do well wrestling wise?
Well, they practice with each other,
Oh, do they?
so that's a good start. Um, but both of them just fun kids to hang out with. Tance is, you know, pretty driven this year from what I've heard. So I don't know if you know this. He's ranked 1 right now, which doesn't mean anything, but
No.
that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to be, ranked number 1 in the state. And, Rory has definitely benefited from having guys like Tance and Gunnar Johnson in the room,
Yeah.
and Blaine as well. Blaine Brackey, the assistant coach, has really brought those guys up. So
I would
both of them
say
are solid.
I would give the nod to Tance for what he did for the football team this year as well.
I
Because
mean, that's probably why I would say MVP.
he stepped into that role that the Collins kid had,
Sure.
and he did very well, I thought.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's a freak athlete. He doesn't show ever being in pain. He's one of those kids, if you say jump, like he won't even ask how high. He just jumps. Like he gives everything like 100% no matter
Yeah.
what. So
And then on Sully Buttes' side, Landon Hepker, I love that kid. Um,
okay.
he was their quarterback. I thought he improved very much so from his past season starting at quarterback
Sure.
to now.
Is
And
he a
on top,
senior?
yes, and on top of that, he's a really nice kid. Um, when
That
I
helps.
when I when I stopped working at the paper and I started working at the mall, he was the first kid to stop in.
Nice. Nice.
So, yep.
So
Um,
shout out to that kid.
yeah. So this one is something that I am intrigued by. What is your pick for video game of the year?
God of War.
I was gonna say the same thing.
So I got back a couple hours ago from the vacation, and I did bring the PlayStation with I have some games that the siblings will all play. We didn't this time, but I have a terabyte hard drive for extra games, so I don't have to bring discs everywhere.
Is this the 4 we're talking here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And unfortunately, at some point, I must have smashed or sat on the cable for the terabyte, so I can't play God of War right now.
Oh no.
I know, I'm pretty bummed. So I'll have to make a run to Rapid in the on the weekend and pick up a USB to whatever drive that is. But I would say God of War. My sister's Sarah, her husband Neil said video game storytelling
Hold
a
up.
lot
When
of
the
time.
fuck did they get married?
A couple months ago, no one went. My parents went, but no one else got invited.
What the fuck, Sarah?
It was just like a kind of go to the courthouse and then go to the park,
Oh,
and
oh,
like we
okay.
didn't get invited. So
Yeah, what the
um
fuck? I would have been a dynamite maid of honor.
I don't know that they even had that. Um
You didn't even dignify that with the
no, you would have been
I
without a
know.
doubt, but I don't know that they had, like, I don't think they had a wedding party.
Okay.
It was just like a, our parents will be here to see this, and but anyway, Neil was saying that a lot of the video games storytelling has surpassed movies, and
Yeah.
God of War was the example that he used, and I think I kind of agree with him. I don't know how many hours I've put into it so far, but it is phenomenal, and the gameplay is fucking smooth.
Oh yeah. I love Stray. I'll give that an honorable mention. I
I
love
think that's
being
fair. Yeah.
I love being a cat.
I like Bryce and I looked at PS5s a couple months ago, and like we were like, oh my god, look at this game. You can be a stray cat.
Oh
You can go to
yeah.
the Muirhead house.
Mm-hmm. Um, and I'm looking forward to and I played I don't know if this is a this year game or last year game, but I played Miles Morales.
That would definitely be a last year game, and that might even be 2 years ago game.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's Miles Morales has been up for a little bit.
Okay, well it's pretty fun, I
Did you
thought.
play? Did you play the one before that, the Spider Man?
Yes.
So that one I thought was awesome. Miles Morales seemed pretty tedious. I wasn't into it at all.
Okay. I do like how on the PS5 on the MLB you can create a stadium. Um, I played at Hogwarts last night,
Oh, sweet.
and I can just like imagine like Harry Potter and Hermione, and all of a sudden there's a fucking baseball game going on outside while they're taking transfiguration exams.
I think it'd be really awesome. I think Hogwarts should have a baseball team.
What would Harry be? A pitcher?
He'd be left out. He
um,
wouldn't fucking play.
yeah. Um,
Harry is not an athlete.
you don't think so?
Absolutely not.
What about Draco?
Draco
Dra-
might. Draco
Draco
is,
get Draco gives jock energy.
yeah, Draco for sure has jock energy, like maybe like, you know, dickhead basketball captain or something. He looks like a basketball player. I mean,
He kind
not
of does.
not Tom Malfoy himself, but Tom Malfoy definitely seems like a basketball dude. Probably wasn't even good. Hogwarts probably has a shit team, but I bet Malfoy was on it.
Yeah. Um, these next few are just subjective, like what would you say was your movie of the year?
My movie of the year. So it's kind of tough to not break it into genres.
Okay.
But I think if I had to just give it to one, I think the amount that I enjoyed this movie was higher than anticipated. It looked good. It was better. The acting was phenomenal. I think I'd go with The Black Phone
Ooh.
with Ethan Hawke.
Okay.
But like I didn't see that many movies this year. Like not in theaters,
Okay.
but you know, if we're doing comedy, I thought Lost City was pretty fun. It's stupid, but it's pretty fun.
You didn't see Studio 666, did you?
No, my sister did. Rapid never
Okay.
got it.
Okay. I have it on Amazon, I think.
Okay. Might have to check it out at some point.
Yeah. Um, X is up there for me. I know we've talked about that before.
Right. Bullet
Top
Train apparently was very good, and I
Top
haven't
Gun
watched it yet.
Maverick. Top Gun Maverick might be my movie of the year though.
Sure. My dad thought it was okay. Um, I didn't watch it.
It was just, well, of course you didn't. You fucking nerd.
Nerd, how dare you?
Yeah. Um, TV show of the year.
The new season of Stranger Things.
Ooh, okay.
It's head and
Okay.
shoulders better than anything else that's out there,
I like it.
except for maybe House of the Dragon.
That was going to be my pick.
So, um,
Shout out to Winning Time though. And there's wild wild retellings of history that are potentially inaccurate.
I didn't. I'm not. I gotta admit, I'm not familiar with that.
Winning Time? It's the TV show about the Showtime Lakers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, sure.
where
Yeah.
Magic Johnson apparently has copious amounts of sex.
Well, that's
And
not even debatable. He did.
I know he did, but it's just wild to see him actually, or at least somebody playing him actually doing it.
Sure.
And then Spencer Haywood putting out a hit on somebody. Just fucking wild stories.
Hmm.
Um, Song of the year. I know we kind of did our Spotify wrapped, but song of the year. Here's the thing: you can do it by genre.
So I like. Why don't you go first? I'm not
Okay.
because I don't just listen to new music. Like
Yes.
my Spotify rap top 5 songs are never songs from that year.
Yes.
So why
Hip
don't
hop.
you go ahead?
Okay. I'm gonna save hip hop because, quite frankly, of any genre in 2022, that's the one that kind of disappointed me the most. I'm gonna start out with that actually. God damn. You know what? Probably First Class by Jack Harlow. I kind of like that one.
First
Uh,
class?
yeah. Have you heard that one?
I don't know that I have.
It's the one where he's like rapping, but it's over the Fergalicious beat.
Okay,
Yeah, it's like or however that song goes. Um,
sure.
that's my hip hop song of the year. It's the one I enjoyed the most. Um, you probably didn't listen to any new hip hop this year, did you?
Apparently I did. I
Oh,
guess my number one song from 2022 would be opening theme from Aqua Teen Forever Plantasm by Run the Jewels. It's a banger. That's one of my favorite workout songs.
oh man, oh I love it, I love it. Um, So next would be let's go to country.
Uh okay.
You know, I hate to say it because we've talked about him on the show before, but dang it, he had a redemption year, I think. It might have to be Wasted on You by Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, I kind of thought that was probably going to be the song that you picked.
Yeah.
Um,
That or actually no, You Proof is better than that.
oh really?
Yeah, I like You Proof personally.
Sure. I don't know. I might go like did the Cody Jinks album come out this year?
I think that was last year.
Okay. Well, Sturgill Simpson had a song that came out that I would give it to. I just can't vote for pop
I
or
know.
country.
I know. Like
I
Zach
I
Bryan.
I, li- I listen like it's a guilty pleasure like Morgan Wallen stuff, but
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna give that any awards.
Like something in the orange by Zach Bryan
Yeah,
might be it.
sure.
Um by the way, shout out to my newcomer as far as the uh country music is concerned of the year, and that's Bailey Zimmerman. Bailey Zimmerman really, really good.
Okay.
So rock song of the year.
Well, you go ahead and get us started while I look up 2022 rock songs.
My favorite rock song of the year, it's probably Voices by Falling in Reverse, but I'm going to give an honorable mention to Ramon Ayala by Giovanni and the Hired Guns.
Yeah, that one's pretty good. I just heard that recently, and
Really?
it's pretty good. Um,
They look nothing like I expected them to.
no, they never do.
I honestly, when I first heard that song, I thought, oh, Seether put out a song that I like now. I thought it was Seether that I was listening to.
Yeah. Um, I don't know because I'm guessing there's not a punk rock category. I'd probably give it to Edging by Blink.
Oh,
I love that song.
that's a
And
fucking
it
good
is
song.
well, it's just like I Blink has always been like one of my favorite bands. I really like to see them when they're in Denver this summer. But I it got me excited again about Blink 182.
Yeah,
And I haven't been excited about Blink in years. So
I
I
should
think
have
that for me personally, that would be the song of the year.
I should have put them in the tier that we're gonna do here. Um, yeah. Uh, finally, do you have a pop song of the year?
Yeah, I'd go American Dream by Bryce Vine.
Ooh,
Bryce Vine
okay.
kind of flirts with rap. Well, he does rap, he can sing too. But he's one of my favorite artists, and for pop, for sure, my favorite kind of poppy artist. So he
So
doesn't get a lot of love either, and I feel like that's unjustified. He has a lot of catchy stuff.
you're the next Drew Berry.
That's not even
I
one of his.
want
That's
more.
like that's not even his better song. Like he's got so much better stuff than that. Like that was just like that one is like totally committed to pop. But
Yeah. I know this is gonna sound like a hot take. I don't think Harry Styles is as good as everybody thinks he is,
okay,
but here's the cold part of this take. Fucking Late Night Talking is a banger.
sure. I don't know it.
Oh,
Um,
it's a fucking banger. It's way better than As It Was, which is supposedly the song of the year according to the experts. But
Now, what the fuck do they know?
yeah. So are you ready for the tier that we're about to do?
Yeah, let's do another little Ian segue real quick.
Okay.
Uh, so with New Year's coming up,
hmm
resolutions are a big thing. What, Scotty, Scothew, are your 2023 resolutions?
Other than working out more, um, I mean that's one of them.
Okay.
Uh, that 12 book challenge that everybody's talking about today. I'm gonna probably jump in on that.
Is that just read 12 books?
Yeah. You're supposed to read 12 books that are like recommended to you by friends or something like that. And it's like I don't even know if
You don't even know 12 people.
yeah,
I'm kidding. You know a lot of people,
I
but
know. So yeah, that's on there. Um
except books are expensive and I don't want to support any big corporations. So, big book, you can kiss my ass.
yeah. Um yeah, and just kind of grow this a little bit more than what I have.
Okay.
So, how about yourself?
My resolution, I try to be better every day than I was the day prior.
Ooh, I like that.
Um, so I really don't get in a habit of making New Year's resolutions, but I think if I stay motivated and hungry and keep, if I hit grad school pretty hard and do well by that, I'll be happy with my 2023 year.
Okay. All right. So the tier that we're going to do, there's 29 things here that we can discuss, but
Okay.
technically there's 30 options. This is the 2022 Moments We'll Remember tier list. This is something I created.
Okay. Right on.
So this is a collection of moments from 2022 that stand out.
Okay.
You have your S, your A, your B, your C, your D. Um, so the first one on the list here is we got the Beijing Olympics. Where would you rank the Olympics this year?
Pretty low.
Yeah, because I barely even remembered that the Olympics happened.
Were they in Beijing?
Yeah,
Weren't they in Beijing in like 2008 or 2012?
I think you're thinking Tokyo.
Oh, I gotta look this up.
I'm pretty sure they were in Beijing. Were they not?
Oh, the Winter Games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd put them low. D probably.
Okay. The slap.
I would put that pretty high. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
I would probably go S or A.
I would agree. The slap was fucking awesome. Um, and on top of that, have you seen this new thing that Dana White is promoting?
Yeah, slaps giving. Um,
The slap world championships or something like that.
Dana White is a chode.
Thank you. I thought that for years.
No, I think everybody knows it, but
Um, this next one, uh, one of two UFC moments on here. I believe this is Leon Edwards knocking out Kamaru Usman.
I don't know. C.
How,
It's not.
how would
It's
How would you rank that on your UFC list of 2022? Because you're more of the UFC guy than I am.
Yeah, but like again, Dana White's a chode. I don't give him any money. Um, and I really didn't watch a whole lot of stuff that year. As far as 2022 moments for UFC, pretty darn high. But
Yeah,
like in the grand scheme of the things, you could maybe put it as a B.
I like
Maybe.
C
Okay. I mean, I
personally.
think that's fine. It was a huge win, but like Leon Edwards, like nobody really knew who he was if you don't watch the sport. And Kamaru Usman's about as unmarketable of an athlete as Derek Carr. So like, nobody like people are like, oh, he upset him. Who is that? I still don't know who that is. Whatever.
Um, Aaron Judge and his chase for the Yankee record.
For me, that really didn't resonate that hard. He didn't break the home run record. I realized that was with the steroids, but still, you don't. If you don't break the record, it doesn't really mean that much to me. It's cool that he broke the Yankees record. I'm not a Yankees fan. Maybe B, because that's something people are going to talk about for a while,
Yeah, and he's now the captain.
which is cool.
Yeah. Lionel Messi finally won the big one. Argentina winning the World Cup.
I think you could. I don't know.
We're
I
not
really
we're
don't.
not big soccer guys on this podcast, let's be
No,
real.
but I am a Messi guy. I prefer Messi to Ronaldo, and I'll happily fist fight anybody that promotes that dickhead. But I think I didn't watch a ton of the cup, but I did think it was pretty cool that despite losing their very first game in the games to Saudi Arabia, which they were favored to win, and then coming all the way back, I thought that was pretty cool. I wasn't even sure that Messi was going to be able to get into the knockout round. So I would put that S or A tier.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it S.
I think that's fair. I one thing I learned about that is the amount of people that just bitch about soccer games.
I
It's like
know.
holy crap. It's like every article like spam article that I saw is like, well, Argentina actually got away with this, Messi got away with this. It's
Yeah.
like it's a
Uh,
sport. People get away with shit all the time. That's part of the game.
all right. I agree. I'm gonna actually, I mean, this is just Serena Williams here. I'm actually gonna go over here and to the group over here. Serena Williams and Roger Federer both retired this year.
Maybe C. That pretty unmemorable for me.
Both great though.
Sure, but who gives a shit about tennis?
Brittany Griner, just her story of 2022.
Um, I don't know.
I
C maybe. I'm like not really into that at all.
Yeah.
Um, I read a lot of articles about it,
You
but
know what? I'm gonna put it in D.
I think that's okay.
Yep.
Like I have an opinion on it, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not necessarily something I want public.
we're gonna go past that one.
Sure. Is
Uh
who's that girl on the far left on the top? Is that Simone Biles or is that Venus Williams also retiring?
that's Serena
Serena.
Williams.
Okay. Are
Yeah.
you gonna put her or
Yeah, we already put I accidentally uploaded two pictures of the same thing.
oh I see.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Um
Okay. Yeah, I
yeah.
gotcha.
Next up, Cody Rhodes wrestling in Hell in a Cell with a fucking torn pec.
Pretty gross. I didn't watch it, so I'd probably say
That
C, but
that
that's gonna be a U thing.
that's a fucking S tier for me. That's the
That's
match of the
okay.
year. That's that's the wrestling moment, like the good wrestling moment of the year.
Okay.
We'll talk about the bad wrestling moment here soon. Um,
Corn Kid? Is that Corn Kid?
yep, it's motherfucking Corn Kid.
I I think I'd put him in C for corn.
Should we make a new tier? C for corn.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
All right. C for corn. Have it be yellow. All
Yeah,
right.
it has to be. It's corn.
All right. Let me there we are. C for corn. Um okay, one
That didn't
second.
work.
That did not work. They make this look so much better when here. There we go. We're gonna put this up
Yeah,
here.
put them in new. Put them in
Yeah,
new category.
and this is just C.
Okay.
All right. Next up, Coach K and his retirement tour.
They
Um,
didn't win it, did they?
no, they fucking did not.
Exactly. So pretty unremarkable. I put it C or D.
I am going to put it in B because
Glad we talked about this together so you could ignore everything that I said.
I know, I know you're not the basketball guy though.
No, but I know who Coach K is. If you won it, I think it'd be an S tier. But since he didn't, I'd put it lower.
Okay, there,
Okay.
fine. Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard.
I think I know I got sick of hearing about that. I'd probably put it in B.
In what one?
B
B. Okay.
for boys. I don't know, because she's so unlikable, right? And
Yeah.
Johnny Depp is such a fucking dingus anyway. It's like, I don't know. Like the moment where that ended is like, okay, I don't have to hear about this anymore. That's a highlight for me.
Um, Top Gun Maverick.
Didn't see it.
So you want me to rank it?
I think you should.
It's A. We need an A in here.
I think that's fair. That seems pretty reasonable. Everyone I saw, it's like, yeah, it's a pretty good movie.
Yeah. Bennifer getting back together.
That's pretty free. I put C for corn. I don't think about them that often, so I think it's cool. I like that couple, but
Yeah, but I mean, she left A-Rod for fucking Ben Affleck.
I don't blame her. A-Rod seems like he sucks.
Kanye West. Uh,
Mm,
D.
well, this is like, I don't know. His meltdown is so big, I guess, for lack of a better word. Like, I mean, as far as moments goes, like I will always remember 2022 as the year Kanye lost his freaking mind. Like
I
that
feel,
is
feel
something I won't forget. I don't promote it. I don't like it. I'm kind of bummed about it, but so you can put him wherever you want. But if you're gonna put him low, put him in D. But if you're gonna put him higher than that, you should go S because that is an iconic meltdown.
all right. You talk me into it. Albert Pujols.
For me, probably A.
I would agree, actually.
That was huge. Um,
Yeah.
like
A for Albert.
A for Albert, C for corn.
Um, yeah. So, I mean, how many home runs did he end up with?
I'm not completely sure.
Did
But
did he pass Ruth?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Was Ruth in front? Who was the first?
Ruth is 714. I think he
Uh,
just got
I
700.
No, he got more. I think he was at like 703 or 704. So he
Okay.
didn't pass Ruth, but he was. I
Okay.
think he's third highest right now.
Okay.
But I mean, it was a really good season for him. It was a good season for the Birds. Didn't end the way they wanted to. It could always be better. That's kind of where it's like, if it's Messi winning the World Cup, that's ass. Like, you can't do better than that.
Yeah.
Kanye's meltdown, you cannot go bigger than that. Like, he defended Hitler. So it's like, all right, that's a big moment. So
um Elton John's farewell show at Dodger Stadium.
fuck, I don't know. I love Elton John, but it's like he keeps doing more farewell tours. So it's like, to me, it doesn't mean a whole lot. I'd say C, maybe B. But
I can
you
go
know,
with B. I
if
can
it
go
is if it is his last one, then it's a bigger moment. But like, who the fuck knows? He probably might. I don't know. Who he might not stay retired.
yeah. The Queen dying.
D. Who gives a shit?
America. Goddamn right. Uh this is a very dumb one. This is one I included. Uh well then again I made the fucking thing. Uh Kim Kardashian wearing Marilyn Monroe's dress and then proceeding to break it. She damaged Marilyn Monroe's dress. People were pissed.
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah,
So
that's a D.
okay.
Um for all the all out press conference where CM Punk essentially got himself fired.
I like that one. I'd say that's a B, or at least a B.
Okay. Yeah, saying all sorts of crazy fucking things. Stranger Things. Eddie Munson here.
I mean, what I said was my show of the year.
Yep.
I'd put it
I
at
I
S.
feel like that's an S.
I feel like that's an S as well.
There's a few celebrities that died this year. I would argue Bob Saget might have been the biggest one.
Um, I wouldn't. I certainly wouldn't fight you about it. He's not the most,
Well, it was the most surprising one at least.
probably. Yeah. He doesn't mean a lot to me. So it's not a moment for me. I kind of forgot he did die, but
Uh, Norm
you,
Macdonald, I think, also died this year,
that
but
would have been a much bigger one. And same with Coach Leach.
oh
But
fuck. Yeah,
so you can kind of put Bob wherever you like. I know he meant a lot to a lot of people. For the Full House show, a lot of people like to stand up. So you can put him as high as you want, and I wouldn't argue.
B.
Okay.
The Rams winning the Super Bowl. Yeah, that actually happened. You're
Is it bad?
forgiven
I
it. You're
feel like
forgiven if you forgot about that because that
it,
actually happened.
no, I remembered. Is it bad if it's just like, yeah, I guess B was what I was thinking. It's like, it feels like a pretty mediocre Super Bowl. It was cool to see Stafford win it, but they had a super team.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like C is
you
good.
want to put him? Okay, that's cool. That's cool with me.
This is one that you probably don't care about as much as I would. Actually these next two are. Um Takeoff getting shot in Houston.
For me, I don't listen to the Migos that often. Doesn't mean really anything to me. But I don't know that I would joke about death or rank it low. All of it's, pretty important to some people. So I'd probably put it, not in C for corn, probably not even in C. I'd
B.
put it, Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
I feel like Bob Saget and Takeoff you can group together.
Okay.
Yeah. St. Peter's making their run in the NCAA tournament.
It was cool, but I don't know. Like it's just like it's the same thing with Judge not getting the all around record. It's the same thing as
And on top of that, their coach left.
yeah, if you don't win anything, what does it matter?
Yeah,
I think it was a cool story. I'd probably put it in C because
I would agree.
it's going to be a story they talk about for a while, but they didn't win it.
All right, so this next one, unless you've seen the clip, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But I don't even know what her name is. But it was the whole call her daddy situation. Where this one girl was talking about uh something, and she said uncut jams. She said uncut jams. That's what she said.
I will have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, so it's D.
Okay.
Yeah, it the way she pronounced uncut gems, like she was talking about the movie, the way she pronounced uncut gems is the funniest thing. It's so stupid. Elon Musk buying Twitter.
C for corn. I think that's a bigger moment, and I think the repercussions are going to be bigger than C for corn, but I do think it's funny to put him in C for corn.
um, the Ticketmaster fiasco. Um, a lot of people
Maybe,
are fucking mad at Ticketmaster,
yeah,
whether they be Taylor Swift fans or Blink 182 fans or just any music fans.
that's
They
a tough one to get like narrowed down to. I'd probably put it in the middle somewhere,
I feel
but
like
maybe they should get a C for corn.
okay. Um, Wordle was kind of the big thing this year, the mobile game that everybody started fucking playing.
I feel like that should get a C for corn.
And finally, we have Alex Pereira and Israel Adesanya.
I don't know. I like put it. Where's the other one? C.
Yeah,
I might put it in B because I don't. I feel like it's a people do not like Israel Adesanya, so I feel like
no,
that's a little bit higher. But I mean, people don't like Kamaru Usman either. But
yeah. I am going to make an executive decision here. I'm a I'm a bump uh Johnny Depp and Amber Heard up.
okay,
Um, and I actually might actually put the All Out press conference up there as well.
I think that's reasonable as well.
I feel like
The Kanye one is really difficult because it's like he doesn't look right on S, but if you put him on D, it wouldn't look right either. And
yeah,
his collapse has been so monumental. Like no one has a total breakdown like that.
yeah. Um, so yeah, that is our show for this week. Um, thank you for watching this year. If you're an old listener or a new listener, old watcher or new watcher, that's that's a weird thing to say. I think viewer is the right word, right?
I would expect the viewers is the right word.
Okay. Yeah. I anyways, yeah, thank you for watching. Ian, do you have any closing thoughts for them?
Maybe just happy holidays.
Oh, yes.
This is kind of the downtime between New Year's and Christmas where the week nobody knows what day it is. So
Mm-hmm.
hope you had a lovely Christmas and have a happy new year.